So yeah, go live.
Our family gesture.
Hi, Sarah. Oh. Let me get my stuff set here. Come on, respawn. There you go. Downtown Tommy Brown visits the farm.
Right.
And the Rafa kitty's eating some eggs. Right, Rafa? Let's make a quick rundown to the chicken coop and see if we can get a couple more eggs for Tommy Brown. Hey, Rafa. Good to see you, man. Gonna run down here and grab some eggs real quick. Then we'll run back up by Tommy Brown. You were up before dawn. If you really have enjoyed my day, well, I must be moving on.
Yeah, we kind of accumulate a little bit more.
I got them all plated in the room before we can get like a.
I started talking to his quail again, and now they're laying more eggs.
About a month. I have eggs from about a month.
This skunk was caught in that right there, okay? And I was right here. I was right here. So from like there to here.
I smell skunk.
From there, he was caught in that. And I was right here putting things down. And I walked this way, where you are.
Hey, Big Tim.
He's got it pointed the other
Tim
way.
Home News.
But
Hi.
yeah, I walked over here, and I was like, he said something. I turned, I saw the skunk, and I went.
Oh, they passed you by. They didn't even stop and say hello. Look, they outrun me, guys. Oh, it's so bright out here I can hardly see. Rafa kitty. Rafa. There goes Rafa. Let me try to get in the dark where I can see chat. I have to go inside so I can. It's way too bright outside. I'll check chat and then we'll go over volume. All right, now you can see the screen. Hey, Big Tim Hill, Rafa, MCW Joker, Sarah. Anybody else who's here that I can't see? All right, now we'll go out and check out. There's Peanut. Hey, Tommy Brown, Mr. Stinky, Sweet Madam Blue, Sexy Zebra.
This is Granny Sonnen right here.
There's two. There's
two
the other
babies,
two. We're missing two babies.
No, they're over here. Here, over here.
Oh, okay, they're over by that mama.
Down! Hi, Polly Wally.
Come on, get.
Polly Wally.
Go.
Cooper. Hey, Cookie. Hi, Smiley.
Sweet Madam Blue. Gaze through the looking glass. You're not a child anymore.
Back rub, baby. Back rub time. There we go. Oh,
That's a big one too.
no, that's a
That
mini.
brown one is a miniature. Yep, that's a mini.
Yearling. Yep. So I'm gonna say the genetics go back to one of our minis that
hello.
we had.
There's a couple minis that need to go.
Their eyes are slitted.
Yeah,
Iris.
Yep.
yeah, they're just like deer.
She's part cashmere.
What's up with Sewer Dog MCW? I haven't been keeping up. I've been trying to keep up with the Autotron fiasco. They took Autotron's car. Now he's homeless again. So we're trying to run a pool to get Autotron a car so that he doesn't have to sleep under the bridge like he is right now. Right now he's sleeping under the bridge. In order to get his car back, the fees total almost $3,000. It's ridiculous.
They'll climb anything, or yeah, that's why there's a show going down Green West in there. This one climb out.
And there's the Rafa cat. Rafa, Rafa, Rafa.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up a couple big pieces with the bucket, bring it up here, and just pull them out there and Green West.
Dog, leave Rafa alone. Rafa will beat your ass.
Big enough equipment, or we could put that shelter.
There's a Smiley twin. Another Smiley twin. Pistachio. Peanut.
So it's like 5, 6, 7 feet tall and not 20, you know?
Brownie.
Exactly.
Remember, guys,
And then put it on like
we're going to have a giveaway, a Name the Goats giveaway.
that's what I'd like.
So if you can name the goats, you could possibly win. There's Melinda, the molester.
It is. That's just tall enough.
Ghostess,
I mean, even this one's too
the
tall.
world's fattest goat.
Keeps the heat in better because it's shorter.
And Polly.
It's a nice place for like goats to get out of the rain.
Right, Polly?
Hay.
The cat over there.
Yep. There's a ton of cats
Fine.
everywhere.
Polly.
Black
Ghostess,
fuzzy one laying on one of the tires.
the world's fattest goat. Oh, looks like we may have caught another mole, guys. Better go check the trap. I see it popped up. All right, will it be a hit or a miss? Let's find out. Oh, it's a miss.
Yeah, we have a lot of countries there.
I guess we got to put it back down. Try again. There we go. That trap still set. There's my deer stand.
Oh, I seen one today coming up here. It looked like a real nice outhouse.
Sweet.
Like, wow, that's a real sweet outhouse. And I'm thinking, oh no, that's a deer shooting thing.
God,
And the Rafa cat.
very
More to the
annoying.
ground. It wasn't up in the air though. But I was like, wow, they really have a sweet, sweet super outhouse there.
I'm on my fuzzy
Probably
peanut.
motorized and everything.
We're being molested by the goats. Hey, Charlie dog. Let me get some clothes on you, buddy.
Rafa kitty.
There you go. And there's the Rafa kitty.
Rafa Camaro.
Yeah, Rafa's actually in the stream today. Yep.
What? Not even
Pistachio?
feeding time yet. Not Polly.
Smiley twin.
Go fetch.
The other smiley twin. Gizmo. That's Gizmo right there. There's Melinda going crazy.
Melinda.
Hi, Peanut. And Polly. What's wrong with you, Peanut?
That's because she lost her first kid scatter dog.
You think you're gonna attack me today, Peanut?
Especially when I'm trying to get shit done.
Don't like me being by Hag? Is that your problem?
The ball is like in my face. There's a triplet. Oh, you got it open.
Ooh, Peanut. No, dog. No, dog.
You got a lot of them.
3 of them. Hi, Brian.
How big until harvest?
Oh, these are. Well, I don't know what they are. We haven't really sexed anybody out yet, but males are meat, and females are possible milk goats. We don't know. Hi.
There's Donna trying to sneak out already.
Look at how cute. I know you're so pretty. Hello, Mama. You okay? She always looks so worried. Look at her eyes. She's such a good mother. You're a wonderful mother. Hi, sweetie. All right, let's not get freaked out. Come on, get out of here.
Hey, Donna.
Ow, 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 ow. Dude, you're starting to freak them out.
I'm not freaking them out. Hey, Donna.
They're looking at Mom like, what the fuck? And
Come on,
I'm
Donna.
looking at them like, I don't know.
Come on,
Just
Donna.
sit there and look cute. No, they want to hide behind Mommy now. They're getting a little nervous.
Rafa, go ahead and put a link up, man.
I'm telling you, she's like a third nut, man. It's all she does is just hang around, hang around, hang around. I know, she's supposed to be out there working her herd. always more
There's
cats.
Donna
They're
attacking.
everywhere. There's one over there too.
Donna's trying to. I go. Yeah, Hag could get you.
Enough because I never see rats.
Hag could get you a candy.
I rarely see squirrels. Don't see many rabbits around.
Hello, Donna.
They eat rabbits.
You're getting curious now, aren't you?
I see some bird feathers around, so they do eat birds too. But
Hag, could you get me a piece of candy?
you know how hard it is to be to wrangle one piece without.
You want me to do it?
There it comes. There's like a whole. Yeah, there you go. The minute you rumple cellophane, thank you. What happens is
I
they all
know.
get creepy.
Everything goes, man.
No, she didn't.
Tommy Blumdrip said hello. They're real candy, Rafa. We give them butterscotch. The butterscotch treats are provided by Jenny Jones, and the peppermint treats are. We're just opening around right now.
Yeah, it's a little too early to feed.
And Donna's trying, right, Donna? She's hard to keep up
I'm
with.
just shocked she actually is feeding 3. That's highly unusual. Rolls of feed bags, just in case you need them to cover something. It also comes from the pack, actually. I know, I would too, but.
Hey, can you take this camera for a second?
We separate. We have paper that burns, and then shit that don't burn, we have a burial spot for it.
Oh yeah, you got the incinerator barrel with the blower.
And that too, that helps to get a little bit more done. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, she's got poopy water. Dude, I'm not prepared for this, you know.
You don't have to be prepared for this.
Okay. All right,
Here.
Here, you want to put it in here? Put
Sure.
it on a fence thing?
Just stick it right here. You can take care of that. Wash it for me.
All right.
I just want to replace it.
Is it that really furry one?
It's like really fluffy, white and black with white chest, white boots.
It looks, that's kind of like what our indoor cat looks like. Except she's not quite so furry. Yes, there is quite the representation of breeds here. I mean, you know, cat colors. And goats. They're all mutts, you know. It's okay, Mr. Penner.
Is that behind
What?
the shack there? Or is it down this way?
Where?
There's another building.
Oh, it's off that way.
That way?
Yeah.
Oh, you go down.
Yeah, the road curves. That's the neighbor, one of the only neighbor houses you can see. Everything else is.
Uh-oh. Can I smell the peppermint?
What?
They're like, we smell it on your breath.
As long as you don't crinkle paper, it's all good.
They're like, we know you got one in your mouth. We'll pluck you and you spit
Well,
it out.
did you? I don't know. Were we filming when we were doing that corn the other day?
What?
We were bucketing those 2 giant barrels of corn into the bin, and Peanut is trying to get out the gate, like trying really hard to escape, get in the pickup truck, and 2 giant barrels of corn.
No, we didn't phone.
She just would not leave us alone. I mean, we had to have somebody on gate watch. She was a pain in the ass. This is after I had fed them.
Let me
That's
catch
water,
up.
they're all out there eating. We start unloading 250-pound drums of
Hey, Louie.
corn, and they're all like right up to the gate. And it's like, oh great, watch out.
Tony the Tyrant Hunter.
That's pistachio.
I think I got
That is
everybody. I
peanut
can't see
butter,
well with the
and she,
thing.
I don't know, some have a preference, some don't care.
Peanut.
That's peanut, that's butter. These are all, you notice they're all like
Yeah.
family units. Kind
Ghost this Gizmo.
of.
Melinda.
Cookie,
Melinda's the mother. Melinda's the mother.
Jizzy, Ghosted,
Go.
Gizmo and Ghostus are twins out of her.
and
And then Peanuts baby is Pistachio.
Holly
Holly.
belongs to Sweet Van and Blue out there, the gray one. And Cookie belongs to this one. That's her yearling. So that's why she's in here. Her mother all alone. They're all alone. Mama's got 3 new ones. Normally she would just hang on the outskirts, but still this is Mama's protection. That's the social hierarchy.
Where's the boys?
I got Kai Kai, a little man, and
Mr. Stinky and Penner.
You can't put them out with Mr. Stinky because they'll kill him probably, right?
Right.
Yeah, those younger
yeah,
ones.
he leaves the younger males alone unless they challenge him.
He would fight with Penner.
Yeah, he would.
That would be a
definitely
knockdown,
fight with him.
drag-out
Yeah,
brawl.
That would be a bad one. Somebody get hurt. But with the other smaller males, he doesn't even worry about it. Doesn't really have a problem
Here,
with them.
take my cig. Hey, I'm gonna go in there. I want to
Alright.
see. I want to see if I can get a
Yeah, the
picture.
hierarchy is very strange.
I want to see if I can get Mr. Penner on here today. Okay, let's turn the flat on. See if that helps. Shit, that don't help much. Hey, Penner. Hi, Kai. Hi, Mr. Kai. That one's sleeping. Timmy and Nancy. Here, Nancy. Hi, baby. Okay, let me turn my light off. Let's see if I can read chat. Unwrap inside the house. Lazy. There's Rappa. There goes Rappa. It's way too early for the goats to be fed right now. So we're just out messing around since Tommy Brown stopped by. We don't often get visitors. Kaylee. Come here, Kaylee. 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 Here, Kaylee. There you go, Kaylee. Pick it up yourself. Hey, Jenny.
Yeah, see, once the goat is chosen and caught, I'm the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, you don't want to see all that.
I do not want to be any part of the killing because I feed them, I raise them, I'm with them a lot. You know, it's
And there's Cookie.
the older it gets, the harder it gets. Well, and that's the thing, you know, you want to
What's going on, sewer dog?
test yourself to one question.
There's a goat feeding up its mother. There's Mr. Stinky. Don't come bothering me, Stinky. I'm not bothering you. black goat. There you go. Sorry guys, that's all I had was that one. Hey, Cyberette.
What are you doing?
Mr. Think I'm standing here. Dude, he's scratching his horn. Shut up. There's actually a link in here, guys, on Nighbot for Cybertron. If I think it's exclamation point cyber. It's either exclamation point cyber or exclamation point Cybertron. If you want to give that a shot, people.
Yeah, this is what they do all day long. They lay around and digest. And chew their cud. And there goes. See, the minute her hips tell me that
What
she
was that for
ain't
water?
feeling good, huh?
That's for water.
Two are water, and the rest of them are for grain later.
One of the two commands worked.
Let me put 'em up.
Corn sweet feed mixture. No. No, it's all good, dude. It's all good. They don't get fed yet. They're on a schedule.
Yeah.
We feed like an hour before dark so that their stomachs have energy to burn.
I'm not sure what's going on with you, Sewer Dog. Someone told me something earlier, but I didn't quite catch it. So if you got a pool going or something, shoot it to my email and I'll add it to my Nighbot.
That's why I like for him to be very careful. Because as soon as you see him up there, if the adults bum rush that bunch,
Cheerios and rice, Cyberette? That's not good.
I love him.
I got a bottle. I took some milk in a bottle for him.
I love that. I keep a. No, actually, you can't feed them cow's milk. It
No.
doesn't work with them.
No?
No, goat's milk and cow's milk are completely different animals.
I'd ship you a goat, but I don't think it would work, Cyberette.
Yeah, you gotta come see, you get the bag of. Dried out.
Food bank? Yeah, food banks suck, man. When me and Hag were homeless, we couldn't get any food from the food bank either, and the Salvation Army told us to fuck off, so I don't give any. I gave to them motherfuckers for years, and I quit giving. Once I tried to get something from them, they wouldn't give me shit. I haven't donated to them since, and I never will. Fuck the Salvation Army.
Yeah, like when you look out, 2 or 3 days after it's crushed,
The ghostess, the big fat ghostess. And there's Polly's mom, Sweet Madam Blue. Sweet Madam Blue, gaze through the looking glass. You're not a child anymore. Yeah, that's not good, Cyberette. Definitely not good.
south of us, but they have that glass bottle. It's a little more costly.
I'll go live again later today and see if I can't help you out a little.
Stop!
Hey, Melinda.
It's the lactose intolerant.
Hey, Huck, I beg to differ with you on that because my house did burn down in Capron, and they told me to kindly fuck off. No hotel, no clothes, not a goddamn thing. Salvation Army didn't give me shit, Huck. If they helped you when your house burnt down, dude, then I'm happy for you. But when our house burnt in Capron, they told us basically to go fuck off. A person who lived in Capron, just a regular dude, actually took us in for the night. They did do that for you? Awesome, Huck. I'm glad. They didn't do shit for us, dude. They told us to go piss in the wind. And the only people that gave us any food was actually a church that we didn't go to. They actually gave us food.
Not human. Raccoons, skunks, possums, gut
So,
bags,
I have a hard on towards
you know,
the
dead
Salvation
cats,
Army for that.
guys. If the buggers don't take it away, then
Food and toilet paper? Damn.
there's probably a couple in there. Oh, I love how quiet it is out here, though. What a nice day. Wish I wasn't so tired. Yeah, see it all laying down. They're gonna catch some rays.
Yeah, I gotta get going.
They're gonna.
Yeah, it did. It
they're
sucked, Huck.
gathering vitamin C.
We
A lot of animals don't.
we had puppies in the house when we had to go back in and take puppies out during the fire. We got all the dogs and all the puppies out. I got my foot caught in a bucket
Dude,
stuck against the wall.
dude, Tommy's gonna get going here.
Tommy's
so
taking off? All right.
let's get out of here. Wait a minute. Here, you take this gate. I'll close up shop.
No, leave that open.
Well, you can't leave it unlocked, though.
You're not gonna open that.
Fuck they want. This is what I want.
See what I got to put up with, Tommy?
Alright, we'll see you guys in a while. Peanut is very devious. She will open a gate.
Take care, Cyberette.
She's the goat I know the most. She's very spoiled, very inquisitive, and curious to the point where she will definitely try to get around the gate if she can. Hello, ducks and chickens.
Chickens?
How many chickens you got?
5 less than I had before, dude.
Oh, the animals been hitting it, huh?
Yep.
How are they getting in? Do this? And why are they getting through?
Oh, no.
Climbing through the roof?
What happened was, the last thing that hit me, I don't even know what the hell it was, dude. But it was small enough to get in through all this fencing.
Yeah.
Because there's no holes. And all we did was throw it out. Like Merv?
Like a weasel?
Yeah, Merv had his throat ripped out.
Yeah.
And we was just there dead, dude. Didn't even eat the damn thing. They just killed it. Yeah, I've had that happen a couple times. Right? The half goat, half human guy running around. One of Joshua Haynes' children.
Yeah, me one roast. Want some loot?
Huh?
Want some loot for the eggs?
No, I'm good, dude.
Alright, cool. You got 40 dozen less now.
Thank God.
You still got like 20 dozen in there.
Yeah, 20 too many, dude.
Yeah. How many a day are you getting now?
I'm getting probably between 2 and 3 dozen a day. It's slowed down for the winter, so. But some days I get 4.
Yeah, I'm getting about 6 to usually about 6 or 7.
6 or 7 eggs a day.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, good chicken. I wanted to get those ones with the colored shells. They had them in front of my food last week.
Oh, I hate those chickens. Yeah, don't get them.
Really?
Yeah, they're very high maintenance, dude.
Oh, okay. How about the golden oyster loft or something?
Buff Orpington?
Is that it? Buff Orpington? They're gold?
Yeah.
They're like an oyster loft or something.
Australorp is black chicken.
Yeah.
Australorp's like excellent eggs and healthy as fuck.
And they're nice, right?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Okay. And Buff Orpington or something like
Yeah.
a brown, like a golden.
Yeah, the Buff Orpington.
Buff Orpington. Those are good ones too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Australorps are like totally awesome because
And is the meat or the skin black or something? Or just the feathers?
it's the better.
Oh, okay.
But the cool thing about the Australorps is they're fucking very hardy. They lay fucking really nice brown eggs, and they're friendly as fuck. Dude.
Yeah, don't like the white ones because they're like big and stupid.
Yeah.
And they just fucking ate
Those are retarded chickens.
those big white ones. And
Yeah,
they
they're retarded.
they acted weird and the fucking they're like all like
Yeah.
fucked up, and then their comb would turn like purple, and a few hours later it was dead.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna die the second or third one because I'd seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
I go,
Well,
oh, this one's gonna die.
Dude, they're not bred for longevity. They're bred to fucking grow and see on fucking plate within fucking 8 weeks. Dude.
Yeah, and I couldn't even fucking. I was like fucking coddling these things, trying to give them massages and shit,
Right.
and give them warmth so they didn't have to freeze even, and they still fucking died out.
Yep. If you try to fucking feed them too fucking much, man, those motherfuckers will just fucking eat so much that will die, dude.
What?
They'll eat themselves to death. Those white fucking chickens that are bred for fucking meat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have guys make the bird food?
Yeah, I got a little. I haven't given it to him lately. I do it.
You have a little or you have a lot?
I got about half a coffee. He filled up a bag for me.
The party?
Sure. I got one. Yeah, I got some.
Okay.
It's brown. It's different from the shit I bought.
it's got mineral in
The
it.
stuff I bought is like fucking white.
Gray.
I'm giving it.
Yeah, white.
Yeah.
Is it white and
Well, that's what you give me
but is
before.
it real powdery like this and white?
Yeah.
Eat that shit yourself. That's
Yeah, it's food grade.
Really.
Yeah, for people.
'Cause I think they said to like put it on the where they scratch
Yeah.
Yeah.
and don't let them eat it. I think it says it's diatomaceous earth.
What?
I'll have to look at it again.
Please do,
Yeah.
The only guys who make
I'll get you a picture. I'll send a picture. of that.
because there are different kinds to eat, different grades.
Yeah.
Some are not to
Pool
be
grade.
eaten, they're for pool, and it'd still kill you.
Yeah, but pool grade is like it's like sand.
Right.
It's really
and shit
fucking
will
thick.
kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
No internet there.
But yeah, it's real patchy.
You should have. Yo, you have to probably walk up by the fence to get internet, dude.
I ain't gonna have shit yet.
But yeah,
You can have my home internet if you walk up to where it says posted.
No, I'll get the signal about halfway up, I think,
Okay,
and then I'll call the place and make sure they're gonna be.
that's cool.
All right, I'll see you guys soon.
All right, man.
thanks for the
Take it easy,
smoking
dude.
utensil, man. That's awesome.
Thanks for taking the fucking eggs.
Sweet,
Yeah, for
yeah.
a couple days I'll be cleaning.
You're a good man, Tommy Brown.
Yes, you are. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Mission, what is that? The Morning Star Mission in Joliet.
Excellent.
Cool.
People that live there, staying there, women and children.
That's cool.
That's awesome. That's very cool, man.
Hey, Mama Gnome.
Doesn't that freak you out?
Hey, Huck,
Yeah.
Rafa, Jenny, Uncontrollable.
We're a fucked up species. Parts of us.
Everyone.
You know, and I guess it takes this part of us to
Jenny,
keep pushing back, you know?
Jenny Jones said bye-bye, dude.
Oh, cool. Bye-bye.
There you go.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for stopping by. There you go. Now you can actually see.
Yes. Now I can see what's
Awesome. Yeah, I got these cheap dollar store glasses, but
Yeah, you need another new pair.
they are what they are. They were.
going on. All right. I'm going to be busy for the next few days.
Okay.
I'll be calling you soon.
Cool.
Sweet.
What's going on?
All right,
All
man.
right, man.
I think your Thanksgiving or something was talking about coming up the next weekend.
Blind Straight.
Blind Straight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blind
Yeah,
Straight was
well,
saying next weekend or some shit, so.
Maybe next, I think I'm working Saturday, but I'll probably do another Sunday. Just
Yeah, I don't know if Blind Straight's in here or not.
I hope the weather stays nice. Like this is
Yeah,
nice.
whatever
man.
you guys want to work out, it's cool with me. You know us, we don't ever go anywhere.
The farthest we go is like to the grocery store to pick up a few
Right.
things, you know?
Okay.
All right.
See you soon.
Yeah, safe travels, man. I need coffee, babe.
Yeah, one day, Huck, I'm gonna get out your way. Out. I believe you're out there by
Grab me a cup,
Quentin,
honey.
around the same area, right?
I'm gonna leave the garage door open.
Okay. Leave everything open. It's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's too nice to just, you know. But I still need to go and get coffee.
Yeah, I gotta roll. I gotta get my ass moving quickly because my phone just said I'm low on battery. So if I don't plug in, I'm gonna lose these peoples. Yep. I didn't bring the auxiliary battery. If I rip out, guys, I will be back. I may rip out.
Alright. Make sure that
Old man face. 3, 2, 1. Warning. And we have gone to old man face. So, for anybody who doesn't know, they grabbed Autotron's car. So, he's now sleeping under a bridge again.
Not cool.
And
You know? Ain't that the way of it, man?
to get his car back is going to be almost $3,000. So, that's out of the question. So, hopefully,
I want more than a car.
we can find a used car
For a reasonable price.
for cheaper.
Yep. It's secure for
Maybe
him.
we can get him a car to sleep in at night.
Yep. Oh. That's the hell of it, man.
And
You
I
go
will get to chat here in
Take-
just a minute, guys.
3 steps forward and 4 steps back. What happened? You trip over the water here, or did I do that?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I can neither confirm or deny
That's fine.
doing it.
Well, that was mighty sweet, dude.
Right?
Now I just gotta figure out what to keep it in. For now, I'm gonna put it in the bathroom. And just put it on the counter.
Okay.
Because I don't know where else it would be safe.
All right, now I'm back to chat. Let me see who's all in here.
Hello,
Let's
everyone.
scroll
How
up a
are
little
you?
bit. We got Blind Straight,
Oh, wait a minute. I need a smoke, dude.
Rafa, Jenny Jones, she's always here.
Yeah.
Uncontrollable,
What?
Mom and Home, Mr. S.
Aha, here it is.
Rafa, Tony the Tyrant Hunter, Mama Gnome, Huckleberry, Sarah Flower,
That's
she's
so
always
sweet of you
here.
to name everyone.
Nice guy
I
Louie.
can't keep up like that.
You're only 45 minutes from me, Huck? Damn,
What do
dude.
say?
I didn't know we were that close.
You got a good back? Are you young and able?
Looks like Rafa left.
I could use a hand cleaning stalls. I'm even willing to pay. I need coffee, my dear. Where is it?
No, Ras. It's I'll explain it to you. It was just taken the other day. What they did was,
You don't have to scream.
okay, sorry.
Okay.
What they did, Ras, is they rolled up on him, and he was in his car charging his phones and stuff, you know, getting everything ready for tomorrow, his phones, auxiliary batteries, and all that stuff. And they wrote him a citation, and I can't pull it out of my brain right now what it was. But in order to get it back, you have to be a licensed driver, and he doesn't have a driver's license. You have to be a licensed driver. You can't use another driver with a license to get it. You have to have insurance on the car, which he doesn't have that either. You have to pay the
And
registration
pollution
fee.
The inspection ticket.
There's a whole bunch of crap.
It adds up to way more than the car's worth.
It's like you'll have to get it from him the exact thing, because I know I'm fucking it up because my memory sucks and I'm not good at it. Yeah, basically they targeted him because of what he's been doing in the background. A lot of people don't know he's been writing judges using a tracking app. He did it with Honest Citizen. He's done it with a couple different auditors, and he's pissed off a lot of the people, not just, you know, local cops. He's pissed off judges. He's pissed off a lot of people, congressmen. So he's pretty hard targeted. And they tried to get him for driving while intoxicated or driving under the influence when he was parked. But lo and behold, you know, I think this is day 7. He quit alcohol and he quit smoking pot too. So he wasn't under the influence of anything. So they couldn't give him that ticket. So they gave him some other bullshit ticket, and I don't remember what it was. But I think it was like, I want to say it was like driving without a license or something like that. But he wasn't driving. He was parked. He wasn't moving. They didn't see him moving. So, you know, the ticket's bogus on top of everything else. Yeah, he was legally parked, Jenny. You're right. And they rolled up on him, and I don't want to fuck it up and give you the wrong information because I don't really remember.
Absolutely.
You're right, Mama Gnome. Because, like, you know, while everybody's out filming, you know, cops and getting all, you know, the flash footage, he's not doing that. He's doing everything in the background, and he's basically fighting all the higher up people.
Yeah,
and he's been very successful at it. So he's totally targeted.
Well,
And they waited till midnight on Friday to do it. You know,
yeah, that's nice
it
out
just,
there.
there's so many things that aren't right about it. It's just crazy. I mean, you know, because this way they pick it up,
Dude,
they do it on
quit yelling! I can't hear anything. What?
they do it on a Friday, and you know, so that leaves Saturday, Sunday, Monday before he can do anything.
Alright. Where was I?
Right,
I
Ras.
got caught.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He'll beat the ticket. That's not the problem. The problem is that they had the tow truck there, and it's strange because they said a neighbor, they got a call. Nobody walks by at midnight and sees a guy in a car. If I was in the city and I was walking down the street, I'd be paying attention to who's gonna jump me, who's on the street. I'd be more aware of my surroundings. I wouldn't be looking in cars for people. So none of it really makes any sense to me.
What do you want, dog?
Yeah, well,
Pie?
the thing that the
go.
ticket thing, he actually has, it says on it, I believe he has to go to court
Alright, look out.
and have a hearing before he can even redeem getting his car.
Dude. Talking really loud.
Well, I'm sorry I'm talking really loud.
We don't need to let the whole world in on our business.
What business? What are you?
Never mind.
You're driving me crazy, woman.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, they came it was like midnight on a Friday. They hit him in San Francisco, and they let him take his backpack. I think he has his backpack and his bike.
She listens in all the time. Alright, dog, hang on a second. I'll be right with you. Alright? Give me a minute.
And forward, he has he's got a lot of things in the works right now, so this is definitely an attempt to crush him, and it's doing a good job. I mean, he went and I know he went and did a window cleaning job earlier on Friday, and he took the money he made to get another 360 camera set up like the one that we donated to him, so he could replace it because he felt bad about it, it being lost. So he went and bought a new one out of the money he made on Friday washing windows. But they're not really attacking him for what he's doing online, for the cop watches and stuff online. It's what he's doing behind the scenes. And it's weird too because it's almost like they wanted to do a 5150 on him when they got there. All of a sudden, then the fire department comes and stuff. I mean, why does a fire department come to a traffic citation? I mean, there's so many things out of place there that just don't fit. I mean, I'm convinced it's because of the things he's doing in the background, but I know a little more about what he's been doing in the background than most people. So I wished he would just do a video and explain all the things that he's doing. Yeah, Tony, you're right. The city does make a lot of money on kickbacks from it. But hopefully he'll go live and tell everybody what he's been doing it and how he's been doing it, because it's been super successful. I mean, if you look at Honest Citizen, the letters that he sent there ended up with 2 judges recusing themselves, and the 3rd judge, who actually heard it, did a bail reduction. And it's definitely from the letters he wrote.
Go. Don't worry, I will feed you.
I mean, he's been using a tracking app. Like if he sends you an email and you open it, it'll show that you opened it, and then if you forward it to one of your friends, it'll show that it was forwarded to that friend, and then it'll also show when that friend opened it. It completely follows the email no matter where it goes.
Excuse me.
It's pretty cool.
I got shit to do here. Alright, there's the dog's food.
they when they were giving him the ticket and stuff, um, he was reciting some of the California statutes and codes, and when he was talking about the statutes and codes, they asked him if he was a sovereign citizen. What sovereign citizen goes by any type of case law? That makes no sense. A sovereign citizen believes they're above the law and no law applies to them. So it's crazy. If we the people wrote amicus brief like we do letters to the editor and comments online, a lot of court actions would be very different. Yeah, that's true, Ras. That's very true. I mean, right now everybody's just focused on, let's go record this and see if they respect our rights, and nobody's doing any of the follow-up work. The illegal detainments, nobody's doing any of that. They're just like disregarding that whole part of it, thinking that, exposing the police is going to fix the whole system when it's not. The corruption runs way deeper, and if we don't pursue it, we're basically just wasting time. I mean, how many times do you have to view corruption to know they're corrupt? Especially the same place. If you find corruption there once, you're probably going to find it more than once. Why return to the same police station 9 times? I don't understand that. Has anybody seen Autotron live today? I haven't seen him at all. I haven't heard from him. So, I don't know how his night under the bridge went. Hopefully it went safely. And it's pretty lame when they come and tow your car for a citable offense. And then ticket you for, driving without a license, I believe is what the ticket was for when he wasn't driving. He was legally parked. The cop didn't witness him driving because he wasn't driving. And basically they were there thinking he was going to be drunk. Oh, you've seen him today, Jenny? Cool. You probably know more about it than I do then.
Well, here's a question. Why didn't they do, how long has he been parking? And, they've known about this forever and ever. That he moves his car, that he parks, that he lives in his car. Why didn't they take him before?
Oh, he was at work watching windows? Okay,
Very
that's cool,
suspicious.
Jenny. Tony says, if they're caught doing something wrong and there's no follow-up after the video, it's just telling them we don't care. Agree, Tony. Basically, that's what it is. I mean, we watch a video, we see the corruption, everybody gets all upset and then just forgets about it and moves on to the next video of corruption. Nobody's doing the follow-up work. And basically, that's what Second Son or Autotron, whatever name, I think he switched back to Second Son finally. That's what he's been doing in the background all along. He's been doing a lot of follow-up on a lot of different things. I mean, I don't know. I wish there were more people in the background doing things instead of just, just doing an audit and then,
Forgetting about it.
spacing it off and calling the police and leaving it like that. I am sovereign as a citizen, meaning an individual owning individual rights, both privileges and immunities. I'm not a sovereign citizen because that be a title of nobility. Exactly, Ras. As people, we are sovereign, but we're still citizens. I mean, we're not a sovereign citizen,
Not by definition, no.
right? It's a very straightforward distinction, providing a profound and undeniable difference. Yeah, I mean, they want to make the suspect class of sovereign citizen, and I believe they're going to tie that in with the Patriot Act and some kind of bullshit like that, you know, and try turning us into some form of fucking domestic homegrown terrorist bullshit.
Exactly.
I think that's their plan. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but that is my opinion. Right? The sob shit. Yeah, I think a lot of the misconception with sovereign citizen comes because of if I don't know if you people ever checked out David Wynn Miller or not. I followed him years ago on a lot of the things he said, and then there's a couple other guys that took that over and message and took it into a whole different area of like you don't have to pay taxes and tax schemes and all kinds of other stuff. Took it completely a different way and turned it into like where, you know, you go and you pay for these seminars and you pay for counseling and all this stuff. And basically it's just, they turned what David Wynn Miller's work into practically a joke to make money. It's a pyramid scam what they're doing so that they can make money off of people. You know, it has nothing to do with, you know, the syntax that David Wynn Miller developed. And basically his system, all it is a way, you know, to make one word mean one thing. Oh yeah, Tony, they're definitely keeping tabs on us all. You know, and soon the big gun grab will come. I don't know who plans on giving up their guns. Most people I know are not going to do it. But, you know, a lot of people think, oh, well, they can't monitor me because they've got way too many other people to worry about. I'm insignificant. They have so much staff that they can easily watch every one of us. I mean, since I've been playing around on the internet, back when it was just a bulletin board, you know, nothing but a bulletin board service, Hag is always taken and, you know, covered cameras. There's tape over every single camera, front and rear in this house, except for the one I'm using. They're going to kill you blind straight? Yep. They won't kill me. I'm not significant yet. I'm old enough to where they'll just let me die naturally. I'm too insignificant. Hey, zombie, what's happening, man? It ends up with a person setting themselves aside from the Constitution outside the jurisdictions of its protections. People are free to do so, but it's stupid to do so. Right? I mean, I don't know how you call somebody a sovereign citizen when, you know, they believe in the Constitution and they also, you know, cite case law. How can that be a sovereign citizen? That makes no sense at all. Oh, when they come for your guns, blind straight, yeah. I'm getting murdered too, dude. I refuse to hand over my guns. Without my guns, I don't eat. So they might as well kill me. If I can't get food, what's the difference? They take my guns, I don't eat. So do I want to die slow of starvation or die keeping my guns? I think I'll. Hey Amish, what's happening? Just like when they grabbed James Jacobson, took all his stuff. How the hell do they take a muzzle loader? If the warrant says firearms and firearm related things, how do they take a muzzle loader that isn't even classified as a firearm? You know, that makes no sense to me either. Hey Amish, not much.
Back in the day, why
We're
did we
just-
draw down on our bulldogs? Because they thought they looked like pit bulls. They don't know one thing from another.
We're just talking, Amish, about second son being homeless under the bridge. We're talking about Cybertron needing to feed his family. He needs donations. We're also talking about all kinds of crap. So
We're talking about
you can talk about anything you want, Amish. It's wide open for him. Yeah, I'll never show my guns on YouTube blind straight ever. If all guns are machines, and they indeed are, how can machine guns be criminalized? Yeah, I know. That's another idiotic thing, man. You have to have a special license to own a machine gun. I mean, come on. You can build a damn RPG in your garage. So,
Dude,
you
you
know.
can build a bomb with what most people have under their kitchen sinks.
Yeah, I know that too. To regulate a damn machine gun is about insanity. Hey, Kimmy. Kimmy says hi, Hag.
Hello. Yeah, let's make our pain patients piss in a fucking bottle so we know they're taking the right amount of meds. But,
If
you know,
all
let's
arms
not
are
worry
protected.
about, you know, all the big guys, like the big pharma companies selling all the shit.
If all arms are protected, it is no answer to say that one gun can be criminalized because another gun is allowed. Then how can select fire rifles manufacture and sale be legal? Yeah, exactly. Amish says hi, Hag.
Hello. I'm really out of it today, man.
Yeah, I know, I hear that.
I spent most of the night sitting up.
Can you take the screen for a minute?
I suppose.
I just gotta run it.
Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. I'm eating
See,
some
right here.
junk
The government
food.
want the rifles so they can't get sniped.
Mhm.
Since each state has different laws, I think each state should have a co-op group of another that back one another. What's cooking? Nothing's cooking, Amish.
Not right now.
Wait. It's the right to arms shall not be infringed. Then how can government tell anyone gun is illegal? Wait, one
Right.
gun can be illegal? A stolen gun.
No, they
But
always.
why then not just call it a stolen gun?
I don't know. The way we make laws in this country is ridiculous. Laws are only laws only work if everyone follows them. I think we all know this. I've never really understood why all 50 states don't have the same sensible firearm laws in place. Like, aside from red flag laws and that kind of new bullshit, I was okay with the laws that Illinois had. You know? I don't think everybody should just be able to walk around armed, man. That's kind of freaky. You don't know who the hell has a gun or when they're going to snap. If you want to carry a gun, you know, go take the test or whatever it is and get your concealed carry thing. No big deal.
Yeah, see,
You
that's
know?
where we differ. I believe
Or whatever. I just
everyone
feel
has
like
the right to
everybody
bear
should.
arms. Even if they're fucking
In Walmart?
dude, even if people are mentally fucked up, I believe they should have the right to own arms.
Owning everybody's head and all that
I
shit.
still believe everyone has the right
Not
to bear
real
arms.
sure that some sensible laws shouldn't be in place.
Oh.
You know?
And I think if you're convicted of a felony, once you serve your time's done. You should get your right to own a firearm back.
Okay.
You know? You already served your fucking sentence. Why the fuck can't you own a gun?
Because today's prisons do not rehabilitate. They just make you
I
better
don't care.
criminals.
If you got a fucking felony, could you
Dude.
beat the living fuck out of somebody with your hands and they
Here's where
classify
I
it as
see
a
the
felony?
problem, okay? The root issues to our society are so ingrained and so fucking huge that correcting them all at this point in time is almost an impossibility. What do we do about it? I haven't the faintest idea. You know, I'm sorry. I don't feel the need to walk into a grocery store with a fucking AK across my shoulders. I just don't think I need that. I'm going grocery shopping. You know, when I'm out at the, on the farm at night and I walk past the goat yard, by myself at night with all the coy dogs out here and stuff. Yeah, I would like to be armed. But that's a point at which I feel threatened. I don't feel threatened going to what I don't feel threatened. Those are not threatening situations. I don't know. I think of it in kind of logical terms, So yeah, exactly. That's my decision. That's how I feel about it. Doesn't mean anybody else has to. Whatever. It's just like I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. Doesn't mean I don't respect other people's rights. To practice whatever religious beliefs they have. That's another right we have, I don't know. It's not like any of the protections in place have really helped anyone not get killed, though. So, I don't know. 6 of one, half a dozen the other. How's that? It's just too bad that a large portion of our population cannot use critical thought, common sense, and act reasonably. That's where we fail, If this were Star Wars, humanity would be turning toward the dark side. I guess. Yes, I'm eating junk food, sorry. I didn't sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't breathe last night. I just had a shitty night. I ended up sitting up in my rocker for most of it, drinking coffee, watching movies. But, so, why we need weapons of war, I don't know. Like, war is profitable. So, I mean, everything comes back to follow the money. That's just, everything does. And it's a sad statement. Well, you certainly, if that's the law in your state and you want to go carry to get groceries, go for it. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't feel the need to arm myself to the teeth to run into town and get, some, bread and milk and stuff. It's just. But then we live out in BFE. The cops out here are like normal people. They're regular people. They're actually pretty cool. We have interacted with many of them, and they are fine people. I have no problem with any of them. So, no. I only carry a gun when I'm out at night alone on the farm. That's when I carry a gun.
Why don't you take it back?
Otherwise, I don't really feel the need to.
Why don't you take it back so you can finish your stuffing your face there?
I'm done stuffing my face. Thank you for putting up with that, by the way. I know it was rude, but I'm very hungry right now.
You're way behind the comments, man.
Dude, I can barely see them. I'm trying to stuff my face.
Then move on.
I'm low on caffeine. I don't feel well. I'm having a very bad day. Move your anus. Let me out. Go for it. Shit, I need coffee. I need massive amounts of coffee.
Hey, Paige.
What time is it getting to be?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll go check somehow. I gotta find my glasses. Hello, my dog. No, you're not going out again. You just went.
All civilization. We have been gained from war. We are a species programmed to fight each other. I blame God for that trait.
Not to fight each other.
Good quote by Mark Twain there, Jenny.
What?
I don't like to commit myself about heaven and hell. You see, I have friends in both places. Mark Twain. No, she doesn't get a bubble bath, dude. We don't have a bathtub. We only have a shower. Hawk, free will is a mofo in that regard. Some will choose war to defend themselves. Some will choose war for profit or conquest.
That's the problem.
Some will choose conflict for the sake of conflict.
When is enough?
That's true, Ross. Hey, Paige.
That's the problem, though,
Welcome to the most boring live stream on YouTube today.
I don't know, man. I kind of live by one simple thing, man. Treat others how you want them to treat you. That's it. Pretty simple.
Tommy Brown is on his way.
With eggs.
He's going to take 40 dozen eggs to the mission in Joliet.
Yep.
Please resub me if you haven't. I had to make a new page. I think I have you, zombie. Free will ain't the problem. Trying to remove it is the problem.
Well, we don't need it removed. We just need it revised, it seems like. Like, why is everybody in everybody else's business? Why do they need everybody around them to be miserable?
Good question that I can't answer.
Exactly.
Hey, son. How was the bridge last night, dude? Glad to see you survived it.
Yes, we are concerned.
Yeah, Ras.
And I
Unfortunately,
hope we are all working on a solution.
there's a lot of people who put their energy into just terrorizing other people when they
Negative
could use that same energy into helping people.
to the positive. Yep.
Hey, Big Tim. Yeah, that has to suck, dude, going underneath a bridge when you're used to being in a car.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny, I'm going to use that quote quite often. I figure the trolls have screwed up in life so many times they think everyone should be as stupid as them.
Or as miserable.
Yeah, I don't get it. I actually the other day, they actually pulled together and helped King Nine go from California to Ann Arbor, Michigan to live with DDT. And I was actually impressed by that. I never in my life thought the trolls would help anybody. But lo and behold, they actually did. It was
You got it together, huh?
it was pretty impressive to see, I have to admit. So hopefully King Nine will get, you know, back on the saddle and start riding again. The guy is really smart when it comes to like history and things like that. Some were trying to do so with Becky O. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with Becky O very much. Yeah, Huck, I don't know if DDT is actually a meth head. That that video they had up, if you take a close look at it, I don't really see any drugs there, truthfully. The only thing I see there is a bunch of garbage and there's some cigarette wrappers and stuff. I don't see any
It's no different than our house.
yeah,
Or us.
I don't see any drugs and shit there, dude. Huck, honest, to tell you the truth, I don't see it. You know, and I really don't know DDT well enough
To make a judgment
to
call.
know if he is a meth head or not. But people say I'm a meth head too, but I can't do meth or I'd be passed out. Like when I was younger, I did a bunch of cocaine with my buddies and I fell asleep in the damn chair.
That's because you're ADD.
They left me behind.
And
The
things
shit,
have the opposite effect on you.
I know that, but
Yes.
when
Well,
I
most
was
people
younger,
don't know that.
everybody else was partying and I was passed out.
That's funny. Alright, well, I gotta find
But-
out what time it is. I still haven't found out.
I mean, at least David will be out, you know, King Nine, David, he'll be out of California, so, you know, in a couple months, we'll see, Huck. We'll see what happens. We'll see if David ends up moving forward or if he falls flat on his face. That'll give us a pretty good indication of what's going on. Big Tim, he's never getting that car back. We'd have to raise like $3,000 to get his car back.
Which is more than the car is worth.
Yeah, they are really hard on him, and I don't understand that either. Like, they wanted him to get on a train yesterday,
Fighting, you guys. What
and
the-
there's no way you can do that in one day, so. There was a sideshow cars were doing donuts and the cops showed up. Great. Second. When I passed out, did they paint on me? No, actually they didn't, dude. They just left. They thought I left, but I didn't. I woke up. They were getting back when I woke up. I woke up at like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, and they were just getting home from the bars all wasted. They went out and partied their asses off, and my dumb ass just passed out in the lazy boy. But Huck, with Dave, you got to kind of take into consideration too. Over the years, he's pissed off a lot of people, so he doesn't really have, he doesn't have a bunch of regular people, to lean on. So he's kind of stuck where he's at, no matter what. Take care, Big Tim. I was actually amazed that they did get up the donations for him, though. I really wasn't expecting it to happen. And it happened pretty quick, actually. It happened quicker than any pool I ever ran. I think it's at like $810 right now, something like that. So that should be a pretty good start for him. I guess he's going to take a train from California to Ann Arbor. I could just get a room for rent too, people. It doesn't have to be a car. Well, yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll raise whatever we can because we need that work to keep going in the background, man. I know that this is I know this is how they fucking are gonna stop you from doing what you're doing, dude. They're throwing these roadblocks in the way, hoping to make you stop. It's definitely harassment and retaliation, both. But yeah, but they're definitely throwing every roadblock they can in your way, dude. You know it and I know it. Especially that stuff with second citizen. I mean, honest citizen. If you didn't do that shit with honest citizen, that dude would still be in jail. Bolin would still be presiding over the case, and that whole shitstorm would still be going on. Boland and Day would have never recused themselves without that. I think we both know that. Just like the James Jacobson case. I mean, that was a total setup. He should have never fell for that, but I mean, that's going to be a continuing saga with James because he's definitely targeted by Elkhart, but It's only Elkhart. He could easily take care of that if he wanted to. But James only has Elkhart after him. You've got a lot of big players after you, dude.
Hey, dude.
What?
When we get our dogs, when they get their rabies shots,
Yes?
we have to pay that $15 fee that rabies shot ticket goes to the state, right?
Right?
Okay.
Why?
Because somebody's asking, how does getting rabies shots make money for the state?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The licensing fee goes to the state. Yeah, dude. They handed you a lawsuit. The only thing is, it's fucking. You know as well as I do, following up from underneath a bridge is not gonna. It's not gonna be as effective as if you have a place to stay. Agreed, blind straight. You know, anybody who says they're outside and they're gonna fight you, dude, if you walk outside, you're an idiot. You're walking right into a setup. Even if there is a dude outside, he could be out there with 5 other guys with baseball bats, lead pipes, whatever. You know, so it's totally different. Yeah, we're talking about James second, not you. When he was getting trolled on the internet and went out. I mean, that was just a bad, bad move. I mean, I've been threatened so many times that I was going to be swatted. I've been threatened that, they're outside my door. I've had death threats by email. I mean, I've had all that shit, dude. It's just somebody being stupid. Like somebody typing on a keyboard, come outside, I'm in your yard, I'm ready to fight you. I mean, that goes back to the days of CB radio when people would say crap like that and sit back and laugh because there'd be some dude waiting at a truck stop or a 24-hour joint where you could eat and nobody would show up. And it should be pretty funny with K9 going to DDT's house. That should be pretty funny because Rick Crude should blow a gasket over it because Rick was trying to get him to go to Texas and live with him. So there's a big mess there too. So I don't know if anybody follows Rick Crude. I don't, but if any of you guys do, you might want to check his stuff out. I'm sure he'll make a bunch of videos about it. But if anybody does meth, please don't buy it from DDT because what he had on his table is not meth. It definitely isn't meth. You'll get ripped off. You'll end up with a bunch of junk that's not real. So don't get your drugs from DDT. Lovers quarrel. These are the days of a troll's life. There you go, Hawk. That'd be a pretty good series, really. I wish it was a little more creative. Blind. I've been following James for a long time. That alcohol is his worst demon. Yeah, dude, he definitely needs to give up the alcohol or slow down a little. I mean, but that's a great idea, Huck. I wish I could like edit and do all that shit, but I'm colorblind, so I suck at it. I have to have Hag do it. And that would be awesome, man. Have a channel that about that, kind of like the days of our life, a soap opera going on between the trolls. That would be cool, man. God, I wished I had the skill to do it. I bet you that thing would blow up, man. You fuck with them? Which one, who do you fuck with, Blind Straight? Which troll? Or all the trolls in general? I see why Rick don't have front teeth. Yeah, me too, Blind Straight. Trolling the trolls is a full-time job, I'm sure. With all their dope habits and mental issues, it's taxing. Yeah, I don't really mess with the trolls. I mean, they don't really fuck with me either. I finally got myself my own personal troll. It's taken a long time though, but I now have my troll. He's called the Roadhog Colonel, or she, whatever the case may be. That's my new troll. That's the only troll I've earned so far. I mean, they don't really have anything to troll me on except for shit that I don't care about. Like, I don't have any convictions, so I don't have any record. They can troll me for my dirty house, um, the crap I leave laying around everywhere, um, goat shit, goats in my bedroom, just regular crap that, I don't really care about. So they don't really have anything good to troll me about. I guess that's why they don't troll me. Troll me. Oh, you fuck with Rick Rude? That's cool. Yeah, Jenny. The trolls can't really troll me about smoking in the barn though, 'cause Hag does that all on her own.
Troll you for.
Smoking in the barn.
Yeah, after having been through 2 house fires, I simply don't see the logic in smoking in an area with dry hay
What I'm
and
saying
straw.
is the trolls can't troll me about it because you're on me constantly about
I
it.
sure am.
So I don't. They can troll me about being an old man, a bald head, messy hair, dirty farm clothes, pissing
It
outside.
makes absolutely no sense to wash a pair of clothes every fucking day to go out to the barn to get shitty again.
No, I'm just saying the things they could possibly troll me on. That's about all they can really troll me on.
What?
Like I said, dirty clothes, pissing outside.
These are normal farm things.
They could troll me about fucking outside, but they'll never see it. So yeah, I'll bet you Rick did get his front teeth knocked out. Rick's the kind of guy where when you stand toe to toe and he goes to hit you and you blast him, he runs, picks up the phone, and calls the police and has you arrested for assault and battery. I don't see him as standing there and, going one-on-one with anybody. I think it's funny how they attack everybody, yet they got all these skeletons in their own closet. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I mean, hell, I don't want to go around attacking people. Oh, Jenny, you forgot. Don't ash on the floor, too. Remember? I have to ash in the sink, not on the floor. They can bust on me for that, too. But then between did I give Tommy a raccoon penis? No, I didn't. I don't think he wanted one. Tommy brought a gift card for Second Son and dropped it off here. So I have your card, Second Son. So the next time I ship you, I'll put it in there for you. I think it's a Dunkin' Donut or something. On your twin blind? You don't want to be my twin, dude. My back is fucking shot, dude. It's a miracle that I fucking stand upright. Yep, donuts, Jenny Jones. It was I I think it's for Dunkin' Donuts or Mr. Donut or something like that. I don't know. I set it in the glove compartment of my truck. I got to bring it in. I set it there so I won't lose it, because I lose shit all the time. And I don't want to lose something that doesn't belong to me. So I can go live later when it's actually chore time, so you guys can see goats instead of some old man just yakking into a phone like an imbecile. And that'll give time for my drugs to kick in, because they're just starting to come on now, and I don't know if people can tell or not, but I'm agitated and bitchy like an old woman.
When they were vaccinated for rabies. And that's on top of the vaccine cost. So yeah, it is revenue. It may go to county or it may go to state. But it's still
You piss out your window because you're too lazy to walk to the bathroom? Yeah, I piss all over the property, dude. I piss outside in the front yard, the backyard, outside of the garage, outside of the barn, out in the field, all over the place, man. I piss everywhere. A lot of times I piss right along the edge of the barn in the lean-to keep the predators away. Yeah, Tommy Brown's awesome, man. He does a lot of work for the homeless. He spends a lot of time working for the homeless, and then he also spends a lot of time at the humane shelter and the animal shelter. He does a lot of volunteer work there too. That guy's busy as hell. I mean, he drove all the way down from Joliet just to pick up eggs to take to a mission, to people who don't have anything. That's awesome, man. Tommy actually has half of the bow flock. When Bow was locked up, I got 10 barred rocks that I kept in a cage until Bow was released from jail, and then I set them out to free range, and then they were laying so many eggs that I had to get rid of them. So Tommy took 5 of the Bow flock off my hands, and they live with Tommy Brown now. You want to send Hag an Oriole bird feeder? Do you have a shepherd's hook or a post to put it on?
No. you. Thank you very much. There's a reason I don't put feeders up.
Yeah, she does have a hook, but
There's an environmental reason I do not use
all
feeders.
right, quit screaming.
Okay.
Slow down. Let me
Okay.
finish talking before you start yakking, please. We have a bunch of shepherd's hooks, and we had like 10 different feeders, and we had a bunch of feeders for hummingbirds too, and we don't have them anymore. So now you can go ahead and explain why we don't
Okay.
put the feeders up.
The reason I don't put feeders, wildlife in the area to be able to forage naturally. I don't want to give them access in case, like, at some point in time, I am not able to fill those feeders that they are now dependent upon. So I don't want to create a dependence. I want them to be able to forage naturally, but
And tell her about the plants we plant for them.
I have definitely helped them to do this. So what I have done is, instead of cutting all the grass around here, I have allowed it to go back to its like indigenous form of growth. So I've allowed Mother Nature to take over. Our fence lines that once contained, and a bunch of other unnatural perennials and all that, well, some are still there, but mainly I've allowed it to grow up with like mulberry trees and willow scrub and just like perennial weeds and flowers, natural flowers that are here. And you'd be shocked. Within the last couple of years, the return of colorful songbirds has been absolutely incredible. We have 10 times more beautiful birds than we ever had when we had feeders and non-native plants growing. So, you know, um, there's plenty of things here for hummingbirds to eat. Just all the natural flowers. I have I've got wild columbine everywhere, and they love that shit. Uh, I still have holdovers of trumpet vines, but those also grow natural around here too. I don't know if they were, brought here at some point in time by humans, but they grow everywhere. There are a lot of other things around here that hummingbirds love. Plus, I've seen orioles, goldfinches, bluebirds, those little violet-looking buntings or whatever the hell they are, uh, cardinals, blue jays, you name it, and we got it. And I do believe it's because I quit cutting a lot of grass and I just let shit grow up. Exactly, their natural diet is much better for them, and they recognize those plants like intuitively, So, I feel it's just better overall. Plus, having all those weeds and things grow up everywhere, we've got like 10 times more praying mantises, which is very good for the garden. We've got habitat for, pretty much anything. I've seen a lot more pollinators around. So, yep, they like red salvia. I've got a whole bunch of natural shit that grows around here that hummingbirds love. So, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing better this year. But no, I was reading I've read more than one article actually, on more native and indigenous ways of doing things. And yeah, like when people move and shit and then their feeders are gone, those birds have grown dependent upon that. Just like the squirrels, and people feed this and that, and then like one day they move or whatever, and maybe the next guy that moves in doesn't feed. So those animals are now out a meal that they have learned to depend upon, and I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy where I provide the habitat and all the natural shit, and they can feel free to come there because it's going to be there all the time. So that's just me. I mean, yeah, I mean, we have like a ton of butterflies. I leave milkweed grow in the gardens. The goats like the poison ivy that grows around here. I don't especially care for it, I must say. But, we've got ragweed and burdock and a ton of dandelions, which I also harvest. But yeah, there's a lot of cool natural stuff around here. Like we have a ton of like wild mulberry trees and a ton of wild raspberries and wild strawberries and wild grapes. And all of those things make either good food products or booze or, I mean, you can do a lot with it. So the only non-indigenous things we plant are, is the vegetable garden every year. And then, of course, the apple tree that we harvest. And, yep, they like all kinds of flowers, but, I just kind of, I've gotten away from like, I don't have the time, or the physical ability to, uh, manage as much as I used to be able to. Like, a decade and a half ago, I had a ton of potted plants outside, annuals, hanging baskets, all kinds of cool shit. And I don't have the wherewithal to take care of all that anymore. So, I don't. I let everything kind of grow up, and we harvest what we can. And then, of course, I grow a garden. Also, I have learned that, like squash and stuff, man. Last year, I let the squash grow where the chicken tractor was parked, and they grew across the yard and up into the fence line. And then we were able to pick squash just hanging on the fence. So it worked out pretty good. I got a bunch of spaghetti squashes, some Hubbards, just all kinds of cool shit. So yeah. Oh, and we have hay fields too. So, there's a ton of alfalfa out there for the bees and other pollinators, a lot of clover, a lot of different grasses, timothy, all kinds of stuff. So, and then there are wetlands and a creek that runs through here. So there's a whole different value of native plants down there too. There's cattails and bee balm and echinacea. There's even jack in the pulpit out in the woods. It's kind of cool. I had actually never seen one up close and personal. I didn't know how big they were. They're beautiful. It is. It's very interesting to see them turn into butterflies from, the lowly little caterpillar that munches pretty much everything in its path. But yeah, we have some very interesting insects and snakes around here, and um, but I'm pretty much all natural when it comes to that. We did plant some pawpaws here, and now I have a little grove of pawpaw trees. But I guess at one time those were indigenous to this area, so it's not really far off the mark. And I do grow species roses for the rose hips. It makes a super addition to jellies and jams and stuff. And rose hips provide like just a buttload of vitamin C and other nutrients. So I grow Rosa rugosa and Rosa alba, which both provide nice sized hips. They're a pain to process, but yep. Yes, Jenny, they are. I also like watching like the Luna moths. Those things are cool. Those are pretty big, but they're very cool. We have basically what I like to watch are the praying mantises when they hunt. They're pretty vicious hunters, very good hunters. And then when they're being born and they're all falling out of the little cocoon, that's kind of cool. And then I see them all. That was another reason why I like started to hate to cut the grass, because like every time we have a push mower, which I like for the exercise, and every time I would cut the grass, I would look down and I would see like all of these little baby praying mantises and stuff trying to get out of the way. And I thought, God, how many of those things am I killing every time I, cut a swath of grass. So we don't cut that much grass. We cut enough grass to keep the fleas and ticks away from the house and, make a nice yard for the dogs to run around in. And that's about it. Everything else pretty much grows up as it does, unless we take the bushwhacker to it. But it's, to each his own, really. If you live in the city, I guess it's a different story. I have the wherewithal to allow a lot of our acreage to grow as it pleases, and not everybody has that option. I mean, your neighbors probably would not like it if you let your whole front and backyard turn into weed patches. Um, it depends on your, logistics pretty much. But yeah, at one point in time when I was younger, I used to have, squirrel feeders and bird feeders everywhere, and it was really cool to watch them. But then I started reading about it, especially now with, like global warming and all this other shit looming, and I started to think, yeah, I also saw a documentary on, I think it was Australia, and it was very interesting on how when the Brits first got there, they tried to tame the land and, like grow lawns and vast gardens, with roses and, all the things that you're used to seeing in England. And, it kind of almost couldn't be done because the seasonal changes that they at that time didn't take into account. And, uh, you know, it was just impossible to keep it like that. And then they realized, along the way we also realized, it's just, it's more beneficial to allow Mother Nature to take its course. Yeah, it did backfired on them a little bit, but then, I've had a lot of things here backfire on me too when I'm trying to grow stuff. So, you know, I know I've been thinking about this for the last couple of years and I keep forgetting to do it, but I've got this giant compost heap. And I'm actually thinking about just burying some handfuls of garden soil in it with seeds, for like seed pumpkins and squashes and, other vining things. And just putting it right in the compost heap and seeing how that works out. Oh, crap. So we'll see how that works out. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh man, I was just in a kind of an argument on a message board about vaccinating children, and here's where I stand on it. Okay, I was vaccinated for all of the major deadly communicable diseases. Okay, I understand herd immunity, and I get social responsibility. Okay, and I also get that a lot of the vaccines, we need them. We need them, like polio, diphtheria, all the bad ones. We need those. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with vaccinating my children with that. I wouldn't not vaccinate them. What I'm starting to have a problem with is the change in scheduling. All of a sudden, they're getting all these vaccines shoved into them at one time, and they're much younger than we were. Their bodies aren't ready for that. And like, if you give somebody like, more than one shot of something in a day, and you're supposed to watch for reactions, what if they react to something? How do you know which one it is? How do you know how to treat that reaction? Is there a chance you want to take with your child? I don't know. And the flu vaccine. Sorry, I will never get one. I've had 2 doctors tell me not to get them. That's kind of creepy when your doctor's telling you, have you had a flu shot? Don't get one. And then you start thinking about it. And you think, okay, now wait a minute. Flu generally mutates annually. It just does, okay? I don't know how or why, but it kind of mutates a little bit. No 2 flus are exactly alike. How do they know ahead of time how to vaccinate you for that? Unless the pharmaceutical corporation pushing the vaccine also has the flu germ, right? I don't know. Call me skeptical. I don't know anybody that's ever gotten a flu shot and has not gotten sick from it. I'll pass. I'll pass. I'll stay on a more holistic path, if you will. I had my lupus treatment yesterday. I feel better already. Oh, of course, follow the money. Always follow the money. You know? And then I have people telling me, well, you know, the government agencies and this and that and the CDC and the WHO and all this. And you know what? You trust whatever agencies you want to trust. Call me pessimistic and skeptical, but I just don't trust agencies that, you know, some of them have been found to be corrupt. You know, a lot of them operate at the whim of, you know, corporations and their lobbies, and I just don't feel comfortable putting my trust in what ultimately, you know, is a governmental agency at its core. I don't trust them. You know, I'd rather do my own research. I would rather ensure that my children are protected, you know, with what they need and not with what they don't necessarily need. I didn't have a tetanus shot until I was like 16. That's when I got my first one. You know, are you going to throw your baby on a bed of rusty nails? No, I don't think so. You know, and I mean, you know, we don't, you know, we live out in BFE, you know, you know, having your kids play out in the dirt out here is not a big deal. You know, the worst you're going to get is pinworms or roundworms, or not round, ringworms. You know, and those are easily curable. You know, we're not frequenting parks that, you know, tens of millions of other people have frequented and playing in the same dirt. So, you know, there's a bit of a difference there. Yeah, see, you know, now they want you to get it when you're like a little kid. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think piling them on right away is that necessary, you know. But then again, you also have to figure we've gotten away from natural childbirth, breastfeeding, and all of these things that, you know, were, you know, designed by Mother Nature to help us gain immunities against certain things, you know. I mean, if I'm having a kid, I don't want to schedule when I'm having that kid. You know, oh yeah, they're going to cut me open on Thursday. No, it's surprise. Labor pains start. I don't know. You know, I mean, you know, and then breastfeeding. I mean, why would I want to feed my kids something full of chemicals that comes out of a fucking can in powder form? I don't. You know? I don't know. You know, the way we've been conditioned to do things is just ultimately not good for our species as a whole. But what do I know, right? We do. I don't know how smart I am. You know, I just have, you know, I've been on this planet for 59 years. That's a long time. And in that time, I have done a lot of reading. I've witnessed a lot of things and experienced a lot of things. And, you know, I I use critical thought, logic, reason, common sense. You know, I like to think I know how to think and not what to think. I don't buy things just because somebody said so. You know, I want to see it or, read the statistics, read what, and not just one scientist, because again, follow the money, watch who writes what you read. See who funded that study or that paper. That's what you got to do. You got to really dig, and once you get to the bottom of it, once you get to the truth, then you can form your opinions, based upon all of that knowledge, all of that research, but just to take the word of somebody because they're an authority. Authority for who? Who pays their salary? Good question, right? I don't know. People. I don't care. People can call me a conspiracy theorist. They can say I'm pessimistic and skeptical. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Very much so. Life has taught me that sometimes you have to be that way. You know. But I think it's a good thing. So how's everybody else today? Like I said, I'm a little punchy. I haven't had much sleep. Had a little asthma issue last night, so I ended up sitting up in my rocker half the night drinking coffee and watching movies and falling asleep halfway through them. I watched a couple of really cool ones. I watched Pressure. What the hell is it called? Well, I watched Focus. That's a good movie. It's got Will Smith in it. It's pretty good. I watched some anime on Funimation. I watched Eureka 7. That was a good one. And I watched, oh God, I just had the name of the movie. I can't think of it. Anyway. Well, I don't know if it's wisdom beyond anyone. It's just, I just can't take things at face value. I got to scope them out for myself, But, well, hey, thanks for stopping in. And we'll be back later, I'm sure.
Is everybody blue?
Old guy just, started early because, well, Tommy came over and we were in the daylight. It's a lot easier to see the little goats. So we wanted to get some pictures of them. But yeah, stop in later and, take care. We got 2 people left, dude.
Okay.
So I don't know what time it's getting to be, but I got some shit I got to do. Where are you?
In the bathroom.
Oh.
I am. I'm actually setting the Kindle up that I rigged.
Oh, you're working with the Kindle?
Yeah.
Cool. So.
I rigged. I'm trying to charge it right now.
Okay.
So.
But yeah, so anyway, getting back to the beginning of all that crap.
I'm about ready to kill the stream. You bored everybody out.
That's why I don't put feeders up. We throw burnt popcorn and shit out. Actually, we give it to the chickens.
We have extra feeders if anybody needs them.
Most of our feeders are old and damaged, too.
No, I put some good feeders.
I got a bunch of bird houses. We could put those up. I don't mind putting bird houses up. That helps.
We have feeders in the garage that haven't even been opened yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Plus, I don't know if anybody's noticed it or not, but like getting thistle seed for like finches and all that shit is expensive. So that's another reason that we don't put feeders up. Budgetary.
Okay, the diehards are left. That means Jenny Jones is left here because Jenny hangs forever.
If you can vet, get to watch documentary 3 Identical Strangers is good. I can get that to watch a documentary, Three Identical Strangers is good. My brain is like shutting down. I'm sorry, Jenny.
Okay, we got Jenny Jones here. We got Second Son, and I think we're just about done.
All right, well, I'm going to go and have a cup of
Well,
coffee.
go have your coffee.
So,
I'll get
thank you very much,
this
everyone,
finished up.
and we'll catch y'all later, okay? Bye-bye. All right, I'm going to go have a smoke and some coffee. Oh, I got to finish this, too. Shit.
All right, Second Son, it's time for you to go live next, dude. It's your turn. If you go live for a while, then I'll go live for Chores again afterwards. Everybody say goodbye. Okay, take care, everyone. And we shall see you again. Talk to y'all later. Take care. Peace out.